Don't think like, oh, all the number one seeds are making the Final Four. No, 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 no. Something nuts is about to happen. Welcome to the 2024 Brain vs. Taste Buds Challenge. This is it. The Final Four. We got 3 matchups happening today. 3 matchups to pick the national champion. You should watch all the other ones to see how we got to this point, to see how we picked everything. The first video of the Sweet 16, of course, also has what we're even doing. Like, what is this? As my taste buds takes on my brain to see if it can pick better picks from the Sweet 16 to the national champion. My taste buds have won twice, and out of 3 years, and this is the 4th year. So my brain's trying to come back. My brain's trying to come back, and I have to say that the biggest thing here is that there was a lot of chalk in the first 2 rounds of the actual NCAA tournament. Only 1 double-digit seed making it. Lots of upsets picked by my taste buds so far. And we start that off here because we have number 6 Clemson taking on number 2 Iowa State in a Final Four matchup. Of course, to understand all the points and all that, you can go to the first video, but we're just going to go right here, get started right away. Number 6 Clemson, an IPA that's actually made it pretty far. It's a pretty decent IPA. I've said this multiple times. And it's one of those ones where, yes, it has citrus and it has citra, which actually is something I normally hate, but this blends it very well. And I don't hate citra, by the way. I do drink those IPAs. I like to taste things that are different. If everyone makes a citra IPA, it tastes the same to me, no matter what. But this one has a little bit of an extra flavor. I like it. I like it a lot. This beer is quite tasty, and we'll see where it goes. Let's check out the next beer, number 2 Iowa State. It's a very tasty, creamy kind of an ale. My taste buds... Wow. My taste buds are really going nuts this year because they really, it's feeling the upset already. But let's check it out. Man, this is a solid beer, by the way. There's nothing wrong with this beer. It's a very good beer. But now that it's going head to head with a beer that does have some distinct flavor, it's hard to compete. It's tough. Now, in terms of this matchup, if it actually ever happened, I do think Iowa State has a chance, obviously, to go to the final, or to go to the championship. I wouldn't be surprised if a team like Clemson made it. Just based on previous years. If Clemson got hot and they did their thing, like, I'd be like, oh, okay. My taste buds, they could be in for a world of hurt, but I think this one is pretty obvious. Number 6 Clemson with the outset. They're moving on to the national championship. Now we got a real fun matchup in the other Final Four matchup. We got number 1 Houston taking on number 2 Tennessee over here. I have to say that this one could be close. If this matchup actually happens, my brain clearly has a pick, but the thought is that this could happen. I have this actually in a lot of brackets. Tennessee's defense is amazing. I just think that these two teams match up so well. This is going to be one of those battles to the end. And I just think Tennessee maybe have a lot, but Houston could certainly win. It's weird because I have this matchup multiple ways in multiple brackets. That's how much little confidence my brain has in this potential matchup. But it's one that we'll see. Now, my taste buds don't care about any of that. They just want to see how these things taste. And this is interesting. By the way, I do want to call out that an IPA made the finals. Has that ever happened before? I'm pretty sure that it might not be an IPA, it might just be a pale, but Clemson making it is pretty amazing by my taste buds. Ooh, oh man. Houston is quite tasty. It hits a lot of notes. It's a good, solid beer. Both of these are sours in some way. But Tennessee, bringing it with that vanilla flavor. Wow. Now that I'm going head to head with like other matchups, and granted, I do want to say that in terms of matchups, I've had some styles that were the same. This is a very good Final Four blind beer taste buds matchup. It's essentially two sours going up against another, and then we're gonna get we're guaranteed to have a sour against an IPA at this point. This is solid. Both of these beers, super good. I have to say that Houston, this is gonna get a 7. Tennessee is gonna get an 8. Another upset. Number 2 Tennessee is going to the national championship. And okay, we have made it all the way to the national championship. My taste buds are going with number 6 Clemson taking on number 2 Tennessee. Number 2 Tennessee seems actually like a decent pick. Number 6 Clemson, not on my radar. So my brain is laughing at this pick. This pick, we're a little worried. It's a little worrisome. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it all goes. This is a worrisome pick. So yeah, let's get going. Now before I start with this delicious round here, as these are the beers that have made it. There are some beers that very good beers. I'm going to reveal the top 4 in this after I taste these. The rest of the beers will be revealed on my Instagram account, and you could go and follow me at eclectic_IOZZO, at eclectic_Yotso, and you will get to see what all of them are, and I'll give the definitive ranking based on those as well. And of course, throughout the tournament, as these games finish, once a night. I will have an update on the results and something special to give you guys. But besides that, we're gonna get going here. This is the national championship. My taste buds, they're trying to do it here. I feel like they're trying to take the 3 out of 4. Like, they don't want 2 and 2. They just want to be like, we're better than you, brain. You can't beat taste. All that kind of stuff. Well, let's see. Number 6 Clemson. What do you taste like? Like the best pale ale I've had in this whole round. It's a very good. This is the kind of beer when it has hops I like. And again, it has Citra. So even someone who says they hate Citra, taste buds wise, they like this kind of Citra. I assume it's Citra. Again, I've been duped in this stuff before. It's got that little bit of bitter. It's got to be hops. It's got to be a pale of some sort with Citra. Very good beer. This beer is tasty. But number 2, Tennessee. Number 2, Tennessee is bringing it with some interesting flavors. We talked about that vanilla. The vanilla keeps coming out in this delicious beer. It's like a creamsicle. This thing is insanely good. I don't know what else is in this, but it's just so good. The vanilla is the only thing standing out to me besides the sour. It's got some sort of a fruit action happening too, but man, it's so good. Oh man. But like my taste buds had to go. This thing is exciting my taste buds, but this thing is also, they've made it this far, right? In this round, they're getting a solid 8, both of them. It's going to a sip-off. It should go to a sip. This is the national champion. This matchup actually happens. I actually think it'd be a very good game. Number 2 Tennessee, number 6 Clemson. I actually think Clemson's got some interesting things happening. You know, like, I would think that my brain, you see my pick under there, would go with Tennessee. But it's tough. It's a tough one. Also, I feel we haven't had a lot of upsets yet. They're coming. It's like, don't think like, oh, all the number 1 seeds are making the Final Four. No. Something nuts is about to happen. And because we didn't have upsets, something nuts is going to happen. A 1 seed's going to be like, I got this, and they're going to get beat. I'm looking at you, Purdue. But besides that, we're going to go to a sip-off and see who the national champion's going to be based on my taste buds. Both these beers. A little drum roll for you. Number 2 Tennessee is going to be the national champion! My best goal impersonation. This beer is above and beyond the national champion, and guess what? Tennessee gonna win it all according to my taste buds. Use that as motivation, Tennessee. Put this on your feeds. I don't know. Tennessee gonna win it all. Villanova almost won it all. My taste buds picked it, so remember that. And they were a 2 seed as well, so it could happen. You never know. My taste buds could go undefeated. I don't know. My brain thinks otherwise, but it's hard to tell. That's why they call it March Madness. Before we go, we're going to reveal the top 4 beers. Let's get... Alright, we're about to reveal the top 4. What were these beers? What were these beers tied to these teams? Well, we got over here, and I'll rank these as I introduce them after I introduce them. But this is number 2 Iowa State here. So let's check out what this is. This is Steel Toe Brewing Provider Golden Ale, making it into the top 4. That was amazing. Steel Brewing Company. Look at that. Out of St. Louis Park, Minnesota. St. Louis Park, Minnesota getting on the list. Good job, Steel Toe. It's just a golden ale. Look at that. It's a solid golden ale. I mean, Crank and Foamers is very similar from Fair State, I would say. This beer is good. Steel Toe Brewing, Steel Toe made, Golden Provider Ale. Very good, very good. This next beer would be the this was Iowa State. This one would be Houston. Go through all these measures to hide these things, so I have no idea what's happening. So this is interesting. This beer is from Prairie Artisan Ales, which is canned by Krebs Brewing Company in McAllister, Oklahoma. It's called Vape Tricks, a sour ale aged on cherries. Look at that. This beer right here. The Vape Tricks. I didn't pick up the cherries, I'll tell you that. It's certainly a sour. It's a very solid beer. That's for sure. If I was going to, by the way, rank these, I would say it's actually where it is. 3rd and 4th overall. Now we move on to the end. We move on to the wonderful world of Clemson. This has to be an IPA of some sort, otherwise my taste buds are really not understanding anything in life anymore. Yep. This is Bad Weather Brewing Haze Oasis Hazy IPA. I love a hazy IPA. Oh man. Good job, Bad Weather. Bad Weather, of course, is out of St. Paul, Minnesota. They even talk about it here. Hops, malt, color. They say not too much malt. And they're right, the hops take over. But it does have a little. The malt isn't totally hidden. It's a very good beer. Good job, Bad Weather. I go to Bad Weather a lot, actually. I've never had that beer, though. How funny is that? I like hazies. Next time I go, I'll have to have it. And our number 1 beer, this is the champion, the national champion, Tennessee. What is this beer? This is another Prairie Artisan Ales. Look at that, a second time. 2 Prairie Artisans in the top 4. They ain't messing around. Oklahoma. Lemon Slice. Wow. Sour ale with lemon zest, lemon juice with vanilla. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's a good beer. Good job, Prairie Artisan Ales. That vanilla stands out like nothing ever. Very, very, very good beer. There's a reason why this is number 1, baby. My taste buds love it. And I hope you love it. I hope you love this. You can check out the rest of the unveiling on Instagram. Tennessee going all the way according to my taste buds. We'll see how it goes. Check out my Instagram to see how my brain is going against my taste buds. That's it for the 2024 Brain versus Taste Buds Challenge. And you can check out what happens on my Instagram feed. Until next time, salut.